It's about that time, baby, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go, here we go.
The Sinclair Show is on.
It is on.
Run it to your friends, come on.
Come on, come on.
So this a moment of the show tonight. Mailbag is tight. Sinclair is on the mic.
Once again, it's on. You're still troubled in your home. Got you tripping, don't know right from wrong. Send your letters to the show so we can talk you through. Get the answers to your questions because we speak that truth. Sometimes you doubt yourself, lost your health. Faith is on the fence, but you believe that Jesus knows your wealth. Keep it moving, spirit flowing, because we're here to provide someone to lean on when you're falling. Wednesday, 8 and 9, and it's on. Once again, it's on. You're listening to the only morning show. When, people? It's at night. That's right. It is the Sinclair Show coming to you live. And it's all about you, the valued listeners. Some people might want to know, well, why are we the valued listeners? Because without you, there'd be no reason for me to be up here right now. That's right. And first, I want to thank all of you all who continue to send your mailbag questions and comments to sinclairtalk@outlook.com. We're going to continue to address as many as possible each night when I come on the air. That's what we do. And we got a few things we're going to talk about tonight. That right there. Okay? Now, I know that some of y'all going to be like, well, I don't know if I want to talk about this, and I don't know if I want to talk. Man, we're going to talk about exactly what I want to talk about. Last week, I gave y'all an opportunity to pick and choose what we were going to be peddling around in the airwaves, and y'all was talking about the lady with the ring, and she ain't want to get a ring back, but she ain't make it across the aisle, and we got through with that. So we're not going to tarry on that tonight. Good evening, Leetta Cole. Glad to see you up here with us. And so to keep all of the confusion down, all the tomfoolery, if you will, we're going to keep it rolling tonight. But see, I had the intent to skedaddle over to something else. And I was even going to give the Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, whatever you want to call it, I was going to get that a pass. And I'd be John Brown if this Jada didn't go right back up there and do some kind of follow-up. And then she done did the follow-up. Anymore, what's going on? Glad to see you. And so I am forced to do what I thought I could get away from doing. And this is, I have to address this foolishness with Jada. I can't let it go no more, people. Gwendolyn Lady Elegance Pritchard, of course, glad to see you. She letting y'all know she rocking down in Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama, where there is always a little iffiness. Camille Shepard, what's going on? Where your mama at? She probably at Bible study. Y'all know I be looking for Mother Shepard. She's my armor bearer. But anyway, so like I said, we're gonna talk about this, and I hope some of y'all don't be in your feelings, because sometimes when we have a discussion, Felicia Denny, glad to see you tonight. Sometimes when we have a discussion, what happens is some of y'all in the Me Too movement will become upset at the fact that we have to talk about some of the foolishness that goes on. All right. And to the fellas that normally join me, look, don't be afraid to speak up. I know some of y'all be afraid that if you say something, what's going to wind up happening is you're going to be on punishment and timeout in your own house. You ain't got to worry about that. I got your back. Anything you want to say on the Sinclair Show, I got your back. All you got to do is type it in. Don't even worry about it. All right. Matter of fact, let me let y'all see what be popping off. All right. So that was Leetta Cole, Annie Moore, Gwendolyn Lady Elegance Pritchard, Camille Shepard, Felicia Denny. And that was Camille saying, hey, mama's at the church. See, good Christian, right at the church. Oh, people, they got my mama. Hey, mama. Y'all know. I had to keep an eye on mama because mama be in her own little world, just doing absolutely whatsoever she want to do. And it'd be quite funny sometimes too. Detective Pamela Black, glad to see you. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, see, Lady Elegance Princess said, I'm sick of Jada crazy, narcissistic self. You know what? Girl, I'm about to put you on. You about to be the head of the Sinclair Show fan club, Lady Elegance. Because see, you be thinking, you be critically thinking. But let me tell y'all, before I start, Jada, let me tell y'all, my mama's so funny. So my mama is one of them people that when you come in the house, she requires a hug. Hugs are not optional, right? And so I came into the house today, and mama was a little busy, so I decided I was gonna wait. Hold on, we got Sam Brown. What's up, cuz? Sam Brown is in the house. Know we about to get some critical thinking going on. But anyway, so mama was a little busy, right? So, me being the considerate son that I am, I said, well, you know what? I give mama her little hug in a few. I guess the few took a little long. Mama came up, came up to the little area where I was at, right? And to be honest with you, she came up like she wanted to put paws on me. And I was thinking to myself in a moment, why mama looking so aggressive? So she pulled one of my moves, right? Oh, Sam said he just popping in for a few. Hey, any amount of time you want to pop in for, brother, that's good. But I had to take a couple of looks because mama was looking a little too aggressive. And I even thought she had a little pause balled up. So I'm like, mama, what's the problem? So she commences to set me straight about the bear hug activity. So I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all see my mama, you might want to go and give her a hug. Because sometimes she be acting a little aggressive about them hugs. I wonder where Minnie Mims is tonight. Minnie Mims ain't on the show, but he might, he be conserving energy. So he might have turned out all the power. So he might only have his little laptop working. Nikki Carter talking about some good evening. What's going on, arch nemesis? I hope that you're doing well. So anyway, I have decided that tonight we're going to talk about this Jada Pinkett situation because I'm sick and tired of the foolery. And I just need to get it up off my chest because that's how I get down. So here's where we started from. Jada Pinkett Smith last week or the week before revealed that she and her husband Will Smith been living completely separate lives since 2016. In a clip from her forthcoming NBC News primetime special with, I don't even know how to pronounce that lady's name, but y'all get the picture. She said that the couple had not previously gone public with their separation because they were not, quote unquote, rabbit ears, air quote, ready yet. They were still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, before we even get to talking about the tomfoolery, all right? Nobody in their right mind is believing, accepting, or even wanting to hear the foolishness. Now, before any of y'all get down with the foolery, Sam said everybody like teddy bear hugs. Yeah, but Sam, I'm gonna tell you something. Mama was looking like she was ready to put paws on her brother about a hug. That means hugs then become too special to her. We're gonna have to take mama and get her some therapy because she is entirely too aggressive when it comes to them hugs. Nikki Carter said Jada hates Will, and she said both of them perpetrating. I don't know about both of them because we'll be trying to stay out of the limelight, if you will. But understand, this is why I'm gonna run this to you before any of y'all start co-signing for Jada. She turns around this week after we gave her a pass last week. She turned around this week and commences to trying to confuse the NBC person on a follow-up interview, saying that they working on a relationship and that they ain't getting no divorce. And I'm like, hold on. We tired of the foolishness. And what that says to me about Jada is this. And in true fairness, I just need to say it as a matter of principle because I like to be on the right side of things. I ain't never liked Jada no way. Not a great big fan of Will. And even if the stuff that Jada said or is saying is not true and she just lying and making up stuff to hit the airwaves, I ain't really cared for Will before, but I definitely ain't like him after he slapped Chris Rock. Because I always feel like this. I believe that people like Will Smith and others will use situations and then hide behind it. You know, when he slapped Chris Rock, I was like, yeah, he slapped Chris Rock because Chris Rock a little bitty dude. You know, you ain't slapping no grown man. All right. But after that, you know, after he started going through all the problems, then here come Jada. See, first of all, y'all got to track this back. I could take it farther than this, but let's just go back to the round table, red table, round table, whatever table her and her mama and or her and Will Smith was sitting at that day. And you all, I blame y'all out there in TV land and video land and YouTube land because Big Rob, what's going on? Glad to see you. I blame y'all because of this. Y'all know for a fact Jada ain't got nothing to say that y'all really want to hear. When she came out with this little talk show, and I'm not anti-podcast, obviously, because I'm up here every week with y'all. But she came out with this little thing where she was talking about, once again, exploiting her family business. And she convinced some people to go up there and talk about their families. But Jada Pinkett ain't never really had anything that was relevant to talk about. And so the only way that she could become relevant is to bring drama to her own circle. Sam said Jada in the interview that she couldn't tell if Will smacked him or not. First of all, once again, we're not playing this game. But I say this because she's been irrelevant, and the only time you all give her real relevance is when she does something that is so ignorant related to one of her family members, then she makes the airwaves. All right. And hold on, I know good and well y'all ain't having y'all private conversation. Nigga talking about Big Rob, what's up? He talking about what? Hey, hold on, people. We got work to do. We ain't got time being here with all the pleasantries. Nikki kept talking about all good in the hood. In the hood? I bet you ain't never even been to the hood. Just don't make no sense. But anyway, back to this Jada thing. And some of y'all out there in listening land, y'all just like Jada. Some of y'all out there got the same mentality. If you can't get no likes and clicks, you do foolishness. Jay Dizzle is in the house. Johnny said, I'm in the house. Good evening, Sinclair Show fam. All right. And that's what bothers me. Most of the time, it ain't dudes. Dudes, we try to stay as far, well, let me rewind that. Most regular dudes try to stay as far away from the limelight as possible. We don't have no desire in sitting around having petty conversations in the public with somebody. And we definitely ain't out there trying to drag our own business through the streets because it's never any good vibes that come when you start dragging your own poor business in the street. I don't care if you was on the upside or the downside of it. All right. Nikki Carter said that's a whole lot. What am I lying about, Nikki Carter? Tell me. Tell me what I'm lying about. Nikki Carter, you probably done put so much drama in the streets over your lifetime that you probably You probably messy as I don't know what. But let's not make this about you. Let's keep this on Jada. All right. So first, Jada got the little situation where a couple of years back, she claimed she was in some kind of entanglement with August Alsina, the little singer that was friends with her son and going through some mental problems. And he stopped by Will Smith's house and she commences to laying up with him. Now that right there was the beginning. If you sleeping with your son's friend, and I don't want to offend none of y'all because I know I got 750,000 watchers, if you will, combined on all my platforms. And I know in that 750,000, there are some of you out there probably sleeping with your son's friends. So if you get offended, so. But that was the first sign that we already knew it was some problems, because what a grown woman doing sleeping with her son's friend. And then after that, again, she drags Will Smith on to, and we do have to say Will Smith about as stupid as they come. Big Rod that hit y'all with the deep when he said, she for them streets after that. Absolutely. Street time. Matter of fact, before we even get to that, she raising Will Smith's daughter, Willow, I think her name was Willow, and she writing letters talking about my mommy can only be happy. She wished Tupac could come back from the dead. Look at what you got your kids doing. First of all, what Will Smith should have did, instead of sitting around talking about he wanted his kids to be open-minded and free when they was 8 years old, when your daughter is writing letters in your house like she writing them to the Tooth Fairy, talking about I wish Tupac would come back to life because my mama ain't been happy since he died. Really? That's what we doing. You got that foolishness going on in your house. And you know what? Matter of fact, let me defend Will. All right. Rod said she afraid of getting old. Man, Nikki Carter said Will follow that. Let me go ahead and defend Will. Because let me tell you what I've learned in life as a counselor. Many of you out there will say to a dude when his significant other, his wife, his hold on, what did Nikki Carter said? Will is no victim or hostage. Ain't nobody said nothing about him being no victim or hostage. He do live with one of Satan's minions, but let me get back to the point. Felicia says straight foolishness. Now I'm going to defend one thing about Will. See, because I notice, fellas, we guilty of this all the time, and some of you women too, especially when it's your brothers or it's your father or whoever. When y'all know they in a relationship with somebody that just don't mean them no good, y'all love to say some stuff like, well, he should have put his foot down. I wouldn't have put up with that. He should have tightened it up. And the real thing, Nikki Carter talking about he chose to live with Satan minions. Probably did. But y'all say all that. But the real question is, what in the minds of you that use that phrase, what does it mean to put your foot down? Because I promise you, if Will Smith had ever put his hands on her for some of that foolishness that she was out there doing, then y'all would have had the Me Too movement on him, talking about he's an abuser. And y'all know how I feel. I believe that, and I may have been through more than some, but I don't believe that there's, in the absence of a man not being able to escape an assault of physical violence coming at him from a woman, because there are some women physical abusers out there. But in the absence of that, I don't believe there's a reason for a man to put his hands on a woman. And I don't believe he'll ever win, even if he's justified in doing so because the public will get to him. So when y'all be talking about he should have put his foot down, what does that mean? Anyway, that's just something for y'all to nibble on, if you will. But my thing is this. So she embarrasses him by going public with the fact that she was sleeping with her son's friend in their house, drags him on to the red carpet and commences to using the 2022 phrase of the year, which was entanglement. Then they get the Oscars. I think it was the Oscars. Should have been the BET Awards, as hood as it was, but I think they get to the Oscars. And on a day when Black folks was receiving awards and Will himself was receiving an award, Chris Tucker makes a joke, a G.I. Jane joke, which was befitting. He was addressing it, joking about Jada's haircut. And Will decides that's the day. Felicia said the lifestyle was just straight toxic. Absolutely. And so Will decides that's the day he's going to go up and defend the woman who was sleeping with their son's friend in their house. He's going to defend her by going up and slapping Chris Rock. To which he then has to have a little mea culpa. Big Rod said, put one foot in front of the other and leave. The real question, what's making him stay in this marriage? Well, now I don't want to be assuming anything, but I believe that they probably can't come to an agreement on the financials. Because see, Jada around here acting the fool, probably worth $20. In fact, we'll give her, I don't know, somebody look it up for me. Somebody look up and tell me how much Jada Pinkett Smith is worth. Let's say she worth $20 million. And Will is probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of 300. All right. Let me see. Nikki Carter talking about good question, maybe the financials. Nigga, don't start saying stuff after I done said it like you created that thought in your mind. I already said it's the financials. But it's hard for you to leave somebody when you in the wrong. She the one sleeping with the friend. Now, I ain't saying that Will ain't done nothing. Probably have. But she out here in these streets, public, holding arms with the dude. They let little award shows. Alcina got his chest poked out. He walking around like he done won a prize. First of all, let me say this to y'all. All right. Gwendolyn said it's cheaper to keep her. Cassandra said, what's up? What's up, Cassandra? Glad to see the legal beagle with us. Ty saying, hey, fam, late but here. Color folks always late. Big Rod said, yep, probably the money thing. Will is worth $400 million and no prenup. Hey, Nikki Carter, look up and tell me how much is Jada worth. So Will worth 400 and ain't got no prenup. That's the reason why they ain't never getting no divorce. Absolutely. Will thinking to himself, I can't kill her because if I kill her, I'm going to jail. She ain't gonna come up missing because she too honorary for that. But when you worth $400 million and you ain't got no prenup, that's why she's still sitting around here. And matter of fact, now that you done said no prenup, that gives us another strategy for this. Maybe she doing all of these things to almost force him to the divorce spectrum so she could get that bread. Nikki Carter said Jada worth $50 million. Man, it's about a 350 million shillings difference between his worth and her worth. Now, if you ask me, 50 million. If you want to go out there and act the fool, take your 50 million and go act the fool. But we know what this is. She don't want to feel stupid because you know how this ends. Somebody's going to be saying, when they do, if she leaves and couldn't get no money on the go out party, people going to be saying, she looked real stupid. Hey, matter of fact, do me a favor, people. Nikki Carter, look up how much is August Alsina worth. We about to do the math up in here. But anyway, so I believe we may be on to something. You, me, the internet sleuths of America, we may be on to something as to figuring out what the problem is. The problem is there's no prenup. Nikki Carter said he ain't gonna kill her because she be with her soulmate Pac. You know what, Nikki Carter, you got a little point there. I'm gonna give you two bear paws in the air because you're right. He probably think like that. He's stupid like that. But this is about, Rod said they live in California, so he probably get half in the house. Oh, she'll probably get half in the house. Yeah, nah, I can't give you. I can't give you 200. You can't be the one sleeping around and get 200 on it. All right, so Nikki Carter, the super sleuth of the internet, has determined that August Alsina is worth $7 million. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. Because just as sure as grits is groceries, you look at the mindset. Hold on, Titan came back and said August Alsina is only worth 4.6 million. Now, I don't know if it's 7 or 4.6. Both of them is irrelevant. But again, just as certain as sure as grits are groceries, you got somebody worth 400 million. You worth 50 million, and you sleeping with a dude worth 4.6 or 7 million. Black women do the dumbest things sometimes. Not all, y'all. Big Rod said she messed down, not up. They've been married 20 years. She getting half anyway. Nikki Carter, shut up. She's not getting half. Will said she ain't getting nothing. Will say I ain't got to pay you a dime if I stay with you. And as long as I got these boats and yachts, I can float around and I ain't never got to see you. But let's go back to the other part. You got a man worth 400 million. You sleeping with a man worth 4.6. You never, ever see white folks do that. They just don't. I'm telling you. That's not how white women get down. White women, if they man worth 10 million, they're going to make them mad. They're going to make them feel small because they're going to go get an athlete with $100 million contract. They going 10 times whatever their original man was worth. Okay? Nikki Carter said, hold on, partner. I'm just trying to tell y'all. White women got a different strategy. She talking about maybe August Alsina got something Will doesn't. Okay. He better. But then that's come on now. You now okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Nikki Carter, what do you think that August Alsina, who barely got his driver's license, who is her son's friend, who had a mental breakdown, what you think he got that Will ain't got? Go on, tell the public. Hey, she talking about come on what? I'm asking you, be a woman about yours. You said maybe August Alsina had something that Will Smith didn't have. What is it? Go on, say it so I can then make it seem like the foolishness it is. She said maybe he's gentle. He gentle. Ain't nobody softer than Will. That's the reason why she running around there making him look foolish, because he's soft. Maybe he loves her different than Will. That ain't what you really want to say. You want to say this is about being in the bed. Come on, just go ahead and say it. You don't love her. First of all, according to her daughter, Willow, she don't love nobody but Tupac. But I tell you what she don't. She don't love Tupac so much she won't go be with him. Big Rod said, plus Will has been married before, so he probably don't want to go through that again. Big Rod, I ain't rocking with you on that neither. I think it's the money. I think it's the money. I think he ain't giving up $200 million. I believe he'll stay married with her until she pass out with gray hair. It's got to be the money. Nikki Carter said maybe August Alsina is like Pac. Could be. What? A thug? Cassandra said, keep in mind Will Smith's net worth in 1997 when they got married was $15.6 million. All right, Cassandra. Well, since you putting them stats out, why don't you look up how much was Jada Pinkett Smith worth in 1997? We'll wait for that intel too. Cassandra said she would not get half. But Cassandra, can somebody find out how much was Jada Pinkett Smith worth in 1997? We know Will was worth $15 million. I bet you Jada Pinkett Smith was worth $100,000. She might not have been worth nothing. And I ain't clowning on her because of that. I'm just saying, I think it just bothers me because when I look at it, I look at the foolishness. We can't get nothing right. We behind the 8 ball on everything. Even when y'all out there messing up, y'all hustling backwards. White women, they never, ever, ever put themselves in that situation. They'll sleep with every athlete, every entertainer. Listen, you see white women out there, white women, it'll be a 21-year-old white woman with a 90-year-old white billionaire. She's not gonna ever, ever, ever hustle backwards. Because they understand the game. They understand under no circumstances do you hustle fiscally backwards. Only in, well, let me not say only, because they might do it in the Latino community. I don't know. I doubt if they do it in the Asian community, but I certainly know in the Black community. Y'all so emotional, y'all be hustling backwards. Jada went from 400 million to 4.6. Anyway, let's fast forward past all of that. Let's get down to what we're talking about now. So anyway, she do all these things, everything she can do to make Will look like an absolute idiot. Then she goes and she want to write a book about it. Now that's Big Rod said, look at Scottie Pippen's wife. Scottie Pippen's wife, is she? I don't think she white. I don't think she white. I think Scottie Pippen's wife is mixed with something. And even still, she ain't hustle backwards. Scottie Pippen broke right now, probably. She left Scottie Pippen. I believe Scottie Pippen broke anyway. I don't know. Y'all can look up the numbers. But she craves attention so much that she decided she was gonna write a book. Wasn't enough that she put him on the red carpet. Wasn't enough that he slapped Chris Rock. Wasn't enough that she brought the August Alsina stuff. Now she wants to write a book. Why does she want to write a book? Because everybody had already got in her case about Will slapping him anyway. So then she goes, she writes this book. And now she want to promote the book. And the thing about it is, she goes on to do the network interview. And somehow y'all love Black folks love getting together to embarrass folks on the air. She want to sell books. So she goes to a sister on NBC to talk about what she got in the book, which is all the salacious things she could possibly say to make folks ask questions about what was Will thinking even being with her. Big Rod said she never got the attention and love from her mama. I don't know, Big Rod. I ain't going with that, even though I can't stand that girl. I ain't bringing her mama into it now. Mamas is off limits, Big Rod. Because even if the people in listening land is with me right now, I can't bring her mama into it. You could be right, but I ain't gonna bring them into it. I'm gonna let you have that one, Big Rod. But think about it. Somebody says if you write a book, we'll give you a few dollars. But you got to write some good stuff in there. The public wants something that's salacious. The public wants to hear, we need you to make Will Smith small again. Matter of fact, you know what? I know somebody that love to say, make yourself small. I'm telling you, some of these things I be hearing, man, is funny. Say, make yourself small. So she wanted to make Will small. Big Rod said she had her mother on the red table about their relationship. Oh, that's, you know what? Rod, she did have her mama out there. So mama put herself in the line of fire. Thanks for reminding me of that, Big Rod. I apologize. You're right, I can say something about her. And let me say this to y'all out there in listening land about Jada and her mama and some of y'all and y'all mamas. Let me tell you something. If your mama is helping you to tear down your situation, that should ask you a question. Why? Why your mama on the red carpet, red table, whatever you call it? Why she up there anyway? That don't make no sense in the first place. But anyway, I digress. So they begin to tell her, you write the book, we'll give you a few coins. She ain't had no attention in a minute. She realized that the last time I got some attention is when I made Will Smith shrink, made him a little smaller than what he needed to be. So what better way? The public needed something. She was determined she was going to give it to him. Y'all ain't even got to ask her twice. I'm more than willing to shrink Will. And Will ain't saying nothing because Will knows, man, I done spent the last year and a half trying to rehabilitate my image. I've been staying quiet. I ain't been doing nothing. I've been over in trying to become one with myself. And I be John Brown. She done drugged me back into the foolishness. Think about it. This man can't catch a break. And I'm not saying that Will Smith is without flaws. He could have did a million things. But you know what Will Smith ain't been? You ain't heard nobody coming out here talking about Will Smith. See, the problem is Jada didn't have no problem being public. Y'all seen them pictures with her on August Alsina's arm? I bet Will Smith was like, look at this. Uh-oh, y'all, there go my homie. Hello, Essie Shepherd. What's going on? Your daughter said you was in church, so we gave you a pass. She was talking about some, hey, Miss Lady, how are you? I don't even know who she was talking to. But anyway, so think about it. What made this situation as bad as it was is because she was so public with it. Matter of fact, this is not gender-based. Because dudes, some of y'all out there do the most embarrassing stuff and make your families not even want to be around y'all too. I'm just saying. And I think anytime that you are seeking that type of public attention, or you can't go nowhere else, nowhere publicly around folks unless you acting ignorant, people got a right to get away from you. Because don't nobody want to be embarrassed by your ignorance all the time. And she can't stop doing stuff to embarrass Will. That's why I am inclined to believe that this is about her trying to embarrass him so badly that he'll go down there and sign that paperwork and she can get that 200 million. Or she can get whatever the number is. I believe that's the game plan. Will Smith then probably told her, I don't care how much you embarrass me. You can go out here and put on a clown suit. You can go out here and roll around in the field with some sheep if you want to. But I'm not giving you 200 million. And she is probably so determined that she's gonna break him. He's going, and her mama probably sitting right there. Girl, if you do this, he ain't gonna have no choice. You make him look stupid enough, he'll give you the divorce and you can get the money. Some of y'all better stop listening to your mamas. Some of y'all mama gonna have y'all sitting around looking just as foolish, broke. Cause her mama on the red table with her should have told her. I'm gonna tell y'all what Southern mamas would have did. Real old school mamas would have said, girl, don't put your business out there in the street like that. Can I get an amen on that? Let's keep it a stack. Old school black parents, black mamas did not believe in. Y'all remember back in the day when they used to tell you whatever happened in this house, do what? Come on now. Somebody type it in. If you grew up in a household that was old school, then you know how to finish this sentence. When your mama used to tell you or your grandmama used to tell you whatever happened in this house, stay where? Nikki Carter said she almost about to ruin his career. There you go. Ty said whatever happened in this house. Leetta Cole says stays in this house. That's old school. Nikki Carter, let me say this. You might be right about she almost about to ruin his career, but I think the public is so immune to her foolery, don't nobody even care. Annie Moore said, whatever happened in the house, stay in the house. See, that's how old school mamas did. Not these new age mamas that want to be your best friend. Listen, if your mama is encouraging you to get out here and act the absolute fool in public, she got a motive against you. Ain't no way Jada Pinkett Smith's mama should have been on the red table having no discussions about nothing in that girl relationship, especially against somebody worth 400 million. So that goes to tell you the plot is deeper than what y'all think. That's real talk. It's deeper than what you think because it goes against logic and reality. I don't care how much money you got. You ain't supposed to lose your common sense. So if you're doing things out there like that, we have to believe that there's a motive for the reason why you're doing it. What is Nikki Carter talking about? Nikki Carter said her mother will get some of that 200 million too. Probably. And she up there talking about that when she came out with the little thing last week, she was up there talking about they haven't been together and haven't lived together, I think she said, since 2016. I don't even believe that. What, y'all meeting up to go to the award ceremony? Come on now, stop lying all the time. But then again, let me ask this question. It could be true. Maybe Will Smith, after August Alsina catching you laying up in the bed with your child's friend, you got allegations of sleeping with this person and sleeping. Maybe Will Smith said, you know what? I can't lay up with you while you laying up with all these other dudes. Maybe that's what Will Smith said. I don't know. I don't believe they ain't been living together. Because they had all the awards. They all out on vacations and trips together. Now, I do admit Hollywood got some weird things happening. I don't believe nothing she say. Because then she turned around and come back out and try to clear it up this week. And she was like, no, we ain't getting no divorce. You know, we finding our way back to each other. Man, you better go listen to a Jaheim CD. Find your way back to something. That's what it is. I'm just telling y'all. I don't feel like Will Smith is a victim because again, we don't know what Will Smith has done, but whatever Will Smith is alleged to have done, might have done, could be doing, whatever you want to say, the one thing we know, Will Smith had enough respect for his household not to be out here as public as he is. You ain't seen nothing with Will Smith out here in the wrong. That don't mean he wasn't. But no, Jada out here, she catching night flights to get to August. She out here pledging her allegiance to a dead dude. Matter of fact, she was saying some crazy stuff before anyway to make him look stupid. I think it was in the last. How many books she done wrote anyway? And who keep paying Jada Pinkett Smith to write books? What Ty you talking about? Ty said Will kept his business on the low, probably had everyone sign a non-disclosure form. Yeah, could be. We willing to believe that Will got them NDAs out there. However, we ain't got no proof. Brother Sizemore said Hollywood is weird. This is the weirdest marriage black folks have ever seen. Absolutely. And yet and still, there are some of you in the black community who almost have shed a tear behind Jada and her foolishness. I know how she feels. If you are doing any type of agreement with the ignorance that Jada Pinkett Smith has displayed for years, then that means you got a similar mindset. Birds of a feather do what, people? Somebody type it in. Birds of a feather do what? I'll wait. And y'all know it is. Because let me say something to you. Nikki Carter said, the marriage and the family is toxic. Yeah, probably. Brother Sizemore said they flock together. Leetta's on it too. She said they flocks together. Absolutely. Lady Elegance said they flock together. And I'm going to prove it to you, people. I don't want y'all just to take my word for it. The good book says study for yourself so you can rightly divide the word of truth. Here go the truth. How many people you know will hang out with a drunk if they ain't gonna drink? You might see them do it for a period of time. Hold on, let me see. Did I miss a? Oh, you know what? I didn't miss one. Detective Pamela Black said flock together. My bad. Selena Harris said flock together. Absolutely. Let's get back to it though, people. If you don't drink, you're not going to hang out but for so long with an alcoholic because you're going to get fed up. You can't be friends with an alcoholic and hang out with them every day because you're going to get to a point where you're going to get tired of it. If you know somebody is breaking into houses, Brother Sizemore said, just divorce and move on. They need to end this marriage. Jada about to do something even stranger. She might, but Brother Sizemore, let me tell the truth. We have determined Will is worth $400 million. She worth 50, and August ain't worth but $4 million. Ain't no way. Will is not, I can promise you, Will is not going to the courthouse because he ain't got no prenup. He might not never see her no more, but she ain't never getting no divorce. He gonna do just enough so she can't say it's abandonment because ain't no way in the world he about to give up 200. But back to what I was saying. If you're a man or a woman and you got a friend that, okay, let's use men. Men, if you got a friend that you know sell drugs all the time, if you're not down with drug dealing and drug taking, You're not hanging out with no drug dealer all the time. Something in your conscience, something in that nervousness in the back of your mind, you're gonna be like, man, I ain't trying to go to jail with this dude. I don't care how cool he is. You're not hanging out with him all the time. Ladies, if you got a female friend, one of your homegirls that shoplift, you're not going to the mall with your shoplifting friend unless you steal too. Because you're not trying to run the risk of getting caught. So when you see certain things happening, certain types of people happening together, certain people doing these things, if I see one of you and we all know this person do this and you rocking with them, birds of a feather. How many people you know just willingly saying, I'm gonna get up today and I'm going to the mall with my best friend and I know she shoplift? What? Not. You stealing too. Or you in stealing academy waiting for your opportunity to snatch up a few things. Because just as sure as grits is grocery. If you hanging out with a thief, you either going to do some of the stealing time or you going to steal yourself. So when you see, I remember we had some letters on the show where a woman got mad because her best friend told that she was out here sleeping around while her husband was driving trucks, and folks got mad, talking about how dare her friend tell. You are not under any obligation to keep somebody else's secret when they out here doing dirt. And again, if you got the types of friends that'll make you believe that the dirt you do is okay, they just as dirty as you are. Keep it a stack. Because that's real Negro activity right there. I'm just saying. So the bottom line is, because we about to run out of time, the bottom line is, I wish there was a way that we could all come together and say, I don't care what ignorant stuff she do, she ain't getting no more airplay from us. Because the only way you stop the foolishness that is a Jada Pinkett Smith type person is to ignore them. To let them realize and understand, nope, you ain't got no more control, no more public value to us. We don't care what you do. We're not giving you that kind of energy. That's the only thing that you can do to stop this foolishness. Will Smith is not going to lose $200 million. Brother Sizemore said drama sells unless we stop buying it. And oh, make no mistake about it, white America loves this. Yes, my brothers and sisters in the Anglo-Saxon community, they love this type of ignorance. You ain't gonna never see them get out there. You ain't gonna see nobody go out there on Kevin Costner and be putting his business out there. Hold on. Nikki Carter talking about Will can put a stop to this himself. How can he do it, Nikki Carter? How can Will Smith put a stop to this himself, since you know everything? Watch. I bet y'all she say file for divorce. With y'all. In 3, 2, 1. If Nikki Carter answered the question, look ahead. I'm going to show y'all what she wrote. She wrote, here we go. No, we're not letting you off that easy. You said Will can put a stop to it. Answer the question. There it is, people. I told y'all she was going to say it. Divorce her and go on. I tell you how we can stop this. Since for those of you all that's on the Me Too movement, I want y'all to protest Jada Pinkett and tell her, even though they ain't got no divorce, no prenup, that she should sign a divorce and say she don't want nothing from Will Smith. Would y'all be? Brother Sizemore talking about, hey, Nikki. Nikki Carter said, Brother Sizemore said the same thing. Hold on, stop. See, there you go. Trying to drag a brother into your foolishness. But check this out. Ladies, Are y'all willing in the Me Too movement community? Are y'all willing to stand up and say to Jada Pinkett, if you want to be free to do the things you want to do, sign the paperwork and say you don't want nothing from Will? I bet y'all don't want her to do that. Ladies, just the ladies on the show right now, how many of you believe that she should sign the divorce papers and not ask for anything? Anybody? Any woman up here believes that she should do that? What say you, Nikki Carter? Do you believe she should walk away? But since she want to be out here so free, she the one out here sleeping with August Alsina. She the one out here doing everything to embarrass Will. She want to be gone so bad. She's sitting at the red table talking about him with her mama. Nikki Carter talking about, nope. Nikki Carter, oh, so you don't think she should walk away from the $400 million? I bet you don't. Birds of a feather. Lady Elegant says she agree. That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference between the mature, critical thinking woman. Lady Elegant said, hey, if you want to be out there, Nikki Carter said, run me my money. She ain't earned that $400 million. Leave with what you came with. Ty said she should let him go. Of course she should. Nikki Carter said, absolutely, positively not. Annie Moore said, with all she's put him through, she needs to sign and walk away. Look at the grown women up here. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. You can tell the difference in the age brackets and the way that a person was raised. You got these seasoned veteran women, these seasoned women of good moral character saying, hey, look here. You done did all this to the man, walk away. But oh, not that Nikki Carter. Nikki Carter talking about they ain't got nothing to do with maturity. Yeah, whatever. Nikki Carter said, he has allowed me to do what I want to do. Well, Nikki, you still ain't told me what could he have done about it. What's the put your foot down measure? Let me see what Detective Pamela Black said, let it go. It's evident she wants out. No, but it's evident that she wants to go to the bank. But if you got $50 million, shouldn't that be enough for you? Cassandra said somebody said she worth $50 million. Why you want some of Will's money if you got $50 million of your own? I know why she won't part of Will's money even though she got $50 million. Let me see what Brother Sizemore said. Brother Sizemore said, I hate she saw him as a husband when he smacked Chris Rock. That's the red flag. Yeah, you're right. But let me go and answer that question for you. Question to myself, that is. I asked the question, why, if you were $50 million and you don't want to be with somebody, would you stay and try to force him to do the divorce so you could get part of his money? We already talked about it. Because you can't go find another Will Smith. You can't go find somebody else worth $400 million and put up with your foolishness. You got to resort to dealing with somebody worth 1/10 of what Will Smith is. You messing with a $4 million joker. That's just probably everything he got, including rings and catalogs. That's what it is. Jada might be worth $50 million, but she know it's hard to maintain a lifestyle that you got when you was living with somebody worth $400 million when the dude that you got is worth $4 million. Because just as sure as what, people? Grits is groceries. And I'm about to roll on this one. Just as sure as grits is groceries. Somebody out there, the moment that she signed that paperwork on Will, somebody out there looking for $400 million. Somebody know how to treat a brother worth $400 million. And again, we ain't saying that Will Smith was innocent of everything, but that's why Jada don't want to let it go. She need that $200 million, because I suspect that Jada probably 12, maybe 24 months after Will Smith was to divorce her, if all she had was $50 million, the way her career is looking, she probably wouldn't have 10 million. because it costs to maintain. Y'all run that and let's rock. Hold on, let me see what Cassandra said. Camille said Will gave her 49. Camille Shepard said Will gave her 49 of the 50. Cassandra said, how about the reason they never did the prenup? Because they vowed to not divorce and stated no matter what, they were going to work it out. We talked about this now, and 10 years from now, they'll still be together. Yeah. Yeah, but when he married her, she said she was going to honor, obey, and be loyal. Will didn't know what he was getting. Get that man a break. Cassandra said a vow is a vow. They live in that vow, so respect it regardless. Yeah, you're right. But then, Cassandra, if you're going to live that vow, stop being out in the public making that man look ignorant. Brother Sizemore said, a woman who is faithful, I'd be faithful to Oprah for that kind of loot. I got to go.
It's about that time, baby.
With y'all no more tonight.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. The Sinclair Show is on. It's on.